Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up IrisControl on a Simrad chart plotter. And here we have a nice Simrad NSO series machine, and they're really nice because the NSO features a direct HDMI video input. And that's really good because we can take the HDMI video directly out of CMAC, feed it into the chart plotter, and that gives us a nice full high definition video in real time, which obviously works really good, especially if you're using a PTZ or a controllable camera. But let's start at the beginning. The first thing that happens when you plug your CMAC into the Simrad or into the Simrad network is you see the IrisControl app appear on the screen here. Now, the system was never really designed to be viewed as a full screen app. So if I press that, for example, now, and this is a really common issue, people press this, they get the full screen app here, and they say, well, I'm pressing buttons, but where do I see my video? Well, the system wasn't designed to work that way. It was designed to work as a combo or in a split view. So if we come to the main menu there, and then if we go and add a split screen by coming over to the right-hand panel here and press the add button, this brings us into the page editor. Now on the left of the page editor, you have all the elements available to you. So we want to drag in the Iris app, and we want to drag in the video, and the chart plotter builds you a combo there. Now, by default, it builds you a vertical split, which you can use if you want, but it was the IrisControl app was really written to be displayed as a horizontal split. So if we just hit the page layout icon here, and then select horizontal split, then the chart plotter automatically repositions things. We usually like to have the app at the bottom and the video at the top like you have here. But if your personal preference is to have the video down the bottom, then all you've got to do is drag the elements around as you like them. So we'll keep it like that, and we'll press save. And there we go. The split screen is there displayed. Now, at the start, for the first time you set up that split, it's going to display 50-50. So you've got 50% of that screen is taken up with the video, 50% with the app. But when you do this, you can see that the video is all scrunched up, and there's a lot of padding around the app, so there's a lot of wasted space. So what you do now is if you tap the on-off button here, it gets you into the system controls panel. And then if we hit the adjust splits button, we can now drag and drop the screen to resize those elements. So it was designed really, the IrisControl app was designed to take up about a third of the screen. So if we do that, come to about a third and then press save. That's going to reload, and there we have it. We've now got 2/3 of the screen taken up by video, and the app's down the bottom, and that's plenty big enough. Even with someone with big, fat, chunky fingers like me, all these controls, they work nicely, and they're not too small. Okay, so once you've done that, you need to set your video input up. As I said right at the start, the NSO has an HDMI input. But if you've got a chart plotter that doesn't have an HDMI input, such as the NSS, then we can use our little HDMI to IP encoder, and we can route the video output from CMAC into the encoder, and then the Simrad treats the encoder as if it was a regular IP camera. So you would just configure the video element as if it were an IP camera. And I'll show you how to do that. If I select the video portion of the screen here, you can see the orange border is displayed around the screen. That just shows that that's the currently selected element. So if I were to come into the menu button here and go to video source, I can see it's currently set to HDMI. And what we've done here is we've routed an HDMI feed from another CMAC into that, just to show you what's going on. But if I was to select that, I've now got the option to select whatever video is configured on this system. So if I select an HDMI to IP encoder, give it a couple of seconds, there we go. We can see that's bringing up the view from the encoder, and now I can come back into here and I can switch the video, and I can select split screen and all sorts of things. So that's working nicely. You set up your video sources, come back into the main menu, and then go to settings, and then to cameras, and this is where you add your IP cameras. And as I said before, the encoder is regarded as an IP camera by the Simrad. So The easiest way to do it is once everything's plugged in is to hit on VivScan, and that should automatically find that encoder. By default, the encoders are shipped from the factory set to 192.168.120, but if you tell us it's going onto a Simrad system, we will pre-config the system so that the IP address is 172.23.120, and so on. What you do there though, is once the camera scan has found the encoder, you can press select there, and you see this connect button here. Just press connect, and then the connected button illuminates. You press add, and you're away. In this case, I've already set this up, so it's saying it already exists. But that really is as simple as that.